Hey guys, Alex here. Today I'm going to give you guys a tour of my desk setup and what Demi and I use as our music production, streaming, gaming, multimedia workstation. I am hesitantly calling this video a budget build kind of setup. In no way is all this stuff cheap, and I don't want to sound too too privileged here. We have an amazing setup, but I did do a lot of things here in order to save on costs. We do use this for our everyday lives and for work, and this is how I make my music and stuff. So I'm calling this a budget setup compared to all the crazy videos that you've seen. This computer has been through a lot. It's like 10 years old, and I've been putting in new components. So as I make this video now, I've got some new components coming, and we're gonna like kind of upgrade everything and revamp stuff. So this is kind of a before video, and I hope you enjoy it. So this desktop I actually made by hand following a guide that a guy named Jeremy Sears put up on YouTube last year, and it worked really well. I made mine, this is about 58 inches long by 28 inches deep. All in all, I'm really happy with how the desk came out. When it was all said and done, it cost me about $80 and 3 days of work, but it looks great, it's really sturdy, and I think it's going to last us a long time, so definitely worth it. Holding up this desktop, we have the IKEA Alex drawers in the black brown finish, and we also have IKEA legs. I forget the name of them, but they're all pretty much the same. They're like this metallic finish, and they're the same height as the Alex drawers, so that worked out perfectly. So we are running a dual monitor setup. The first one is the Alienware AW2310. It's a 23-inch 3D monitor that's 1080p 60 Hz. This was the first monitor I got when I first built this computer back in 2010, and it was a great monitor then. I think I used the 3D like once or twice for, I think it was Battlefield 2, and I don't think I've used it since then. But great monitor, TN panel, and it served its purpose for us. The second monitor, we actually just bought this, I think last month, and we are super thrilled with it. It's the LG UltraGear 27-inch. 1440p, 144 Hz, and it's a world of difference coming from this older full HD panel. The colors are just amazing, the depth of the blacks is great. Gaming on this monitor is a whole new ballpark from the Alienware. So in this setup I'm running two Rode microphones. This one right here is a shotgun microphone, and it's the Rode NT-G1. This works really well for applications like this, making videos, or for Demi when she's streaming, because you can point it at your mouth and it kind of blocks a lot of external audio sources, like the cat meowing or me doing something in the other room. It's not the best at blocking out other sounds, but it's better than this one, which we'll talk about now, is the Rode NT1. And it's a large diaphragm condenser microphone. But if you guys have seen my music videos, you see I use this one a lot, the condenser, just because it has better quality for vocals and guitars and things like that. So I tend to use this one when I'm doing music, and this one for making videos and streaming, and I use this when I'm gaming too. And both of these microphones are running through my Focusrite Scarlett 18i8 audio interface. I bought some sound treatment on Amazon, just a couple of 1 foot by 1 foot foam panels, and I put them on pieces of cardboard and put that cardboard on the wall so that they'd be interchangeable. Because when we first moved here, we didn't have a whole lot of stuff, and it was a little echoey in this room. It still kind of is, but these definitely help out a lot. So I have 3 of these large panels here on the wall, and a couple posters in between. The keyboard and mouse that I use are both Corsair. The keyboard is a Corsair K55 RGB gaming keyboard, and the mouse is a Corsair Harpoon RGB gaming mouse. They're both in the $35 to $40 price range each. They're mostly made of plastic, but they serve their purposes well. The lighting is really cool and customizable, and both wired. In the future, I'll probably go with more heavy-duty and wireless keyboard and mouse, but for now, these are great. And here we have my gigantic Generation 2 iPad Pro. It's 12.9-inch screen. This was really handy back in college. I used this to handwrite all my notes with the Apple Pencil, and now it's kind of hanging around. I use it for live sound a lot when I run the Behringer system. As far as lighting goes, I like to use Philips Hue smart bulbs just because they seem to work really well together, and I like the app. So I have two smart bulbs, one that I put inside of a clip-on cheap lamp that we had laying around, and I've clipped that onto the back of the Alienware monitor because it has a really sturdy stand, and that acts as the face light. Next we have another smart bulb in our just room lamp, and then we have the smart bulb strip, and these are all connected through our Google Home right here in the middle of our desk, which is really great because we can control everything with just our voice. We can say, "Hey Google, turn off the office." "Hey Google, turn on the office." So as of right now in our PC, we are rocking an Asus B350 motherboard, a Ryzen 2 2600, a GTX 2070 8GB, a 700 watt power supply, two SSDs, 16 gigabytes of Corsair RAM, and one 500 gig hard drive from like 2010. I also have a CD player and a Blu-ray player, believe it or not, in this thing still. Quick story about the RAM. I was playing Warzone with some buddies and we couldn't figure out why my game kept dropping frames. And eventually we figured out that it was because I was only running 8 gigabytes of RAM. So one of the guys just had some 16 gigabytes of RAM laying around and gave it to me for free. So I'm super grateful to him for letting me use it, and it's just another way I saved a lot of money on this build. The case is a Thermaltake case from 2010, and it is the loudest case I've ever heard in my life. It's on its final legs. It's really dusty and really rattly, so we got a new one coming in this week, and I'm going to film that in the upgrade video later on. Demi has this Chinese game capture card that she bought mainly because the Elgato game capture card was out of stock for a long time. So these ones were kind of around the same price point. This one was a little bit cheaper, but it's been working good for her. The webcam that we've been using is this Logitech, I don't even know the model number because a friend of mine in college, my roommate actually, gave her this webcam just for free because he had it lying around and she had just started streaming then. So it shoots in 720p and that's about it. And the USB port is actually about to fall off. The cable's just frayed so much. And last but not least, we've got the chair that we decided to go with. This is the Autonomous Ergo 2 chair. And this is definitely not a cheap chair, but they're really nice. We didn't want to skimp on the chair because we spend so much time, in this spot between streaming, doing music, and playing games, if we feel like it. So we wanted one that was going to offer, good back support and stuff, and this is a really great chair. So yeah, guys, this is it. Closing thoughts. This is definitely really great for us right now. Like I said, we've got some more components coming in. And again, I'm calling this a relative budget setup, but we look forward to upgrading it in the future and keeping you guys in the loop as far as that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys like our setup, and please let me know, as always, if you want to see more of something. Until then, be healthy, be kind, and I'll see you later.